Let me now introduce our next speaker, Dr. Pratap Chauhan. He's a prolific author and public speaker, being a TV personality and master Ayurvedic physician. He serves today as the director of Jiva Ayurveda and is on the advisory committee for the Ministry of Health and the National Ayurvedic Medical Association. He's won several international accolades, including the prestigious UN World Summit Award. Dr. Chauhan.
Thank you. So, good afternoon, everybody. So, we have heard a lot of technological presentations here this afternoon, and you might be wondering what's this Ayurvedic person doing here, talking about innovations in telemedicine. But I'm just going to tell you a very interesting story, which is connected with telemedicine, and a lot of people are talking about telemedicine in this conference, and they're saying that we started the telemedicine first time and we pioneered the telemedicine in India or in the world. But I think if you remember, the first telemedicine was done in the Ayurvedic world many hundreds of years ago. I don't know if you have heard, sometimes when you hear about a Vaidya, like an Ayurvedic physician, in the ancient times, especially even in the time of Akbar, and all the Mughal kings and even beyond, when the Vaidya used to go to check the queen, they were not allowed to touch the queen. And I think you might have heard this story many times, that there was a Vaidya that he would check pulse by tying a thread to the arm. The thread will come out of the room and he will check the thread. Have you heard this? Yes? So that was telemedicine actually. Because there was no physical contact with the patient. So I actually thought of this many years ago when I was studying under my guru. I learned many good things about health and healing from him. And it was in 1994 when I actually first was given a chance to go abroad to give some lectures on Ayurveda. I was in France, Sweden, Denmark, and England. And I saw there is a huge interest in people especially about to know about lifestyle and to know what they can eat and how they should, treat themselves through Ayurvedic principles. So it was a challenge for me that what could I do? And in 1995, it was still very early. Internet just started in India. So you technological people might be, very surprised, and you must appreciate me being an Ayurvedic doctor. I learned HTML myself in those years, and I was making my website and web design. So I created the world's first Ayurvedic website, just to share the knowledge. And I'll come to the story how it actually grew into a big telemedicine center. I was hearing some of the presentations this morning where people were saying that in 1 year we have checked 600 patients. Some people were saying like maybe 1500 patients. In my telemedicine center, which is actually, I can say, it's the world's largest Ayurvedic telemedicine center, 125 Ayurvedic doctors, and we service 6,000 patients every day. 6,000 every day. And out of the 6,000, more than 80% we are giving them free consultancy about a lot of health tips, like Dr. Gowda was just explaining, health tips, home remedies, kitchen remedies, what they can do at home, lifestyle changes, exercise. And as you know, Ayurveda is a holistic system. We do talk about mind, we do talk about stress management, we do talk about like meditation, soul, emotional problems, how to deal with that. There's a lot of information in Ayurveda about all these things. So this is today we are actually catering to millions and millions of people, not only in India but across the world, because my television show, which is now coming in 4 channels, Care World channel, News 24, Sahara News, and some India news channels. It is being watched not only in India but in many other countries also. So how did this all start? It started through a website, and when I started the website, I was so amazed that a lot of people from all over the world wanted to get a consultation. So in the earlier years, we used to do it through a consultation form we created on the website. People would fill the form, it will come back to us, the doctor will analyze what is the Ayurvedic diagnosis, which dosha is aggravated, Vata, Pitta, Kapha. We have a different philosophy in Ayurveda. And then we will just tell them, okay, you have a Pitta aggravation, you should not drink coffee, you should not drink alcohol, you should drink more water or some remedies. And to our surprise, because we didn't even know what will happen, to our surprise, 50% people were getting cured just by these home remedies. And we have all this documentation, evidences with us. So that is when a lot of people started saying that why don't you start teaching? So that was actually still 95. As you can see, I looked quite different at that time. I still look same.
You look younger now.
I look younger. That's because of Ayurveda. I'm 75 by the way now. Just joking. So that was the first internet, and we got lot of press coverage that time. Even BBC World News came to say this. Now Chyawanprash goes online, Ayurveda goes online, this kind of thing. But then people started requesting that why don't you start teaching? So we also went into what is called e-education or tele-education. So I actually launched an online Ayurvedic college where people, now these people are coming physically, but initially it was an Ayurvedic college where I set some Ayurvedic curriculum and course, and people from many countries would be learning these chapters. They were doing homework. I remember in 1996, I was doing chat. All the students will come live on a chat. The chat was very different in those years. There was just a box and everybody will sign in and we could just type. So there were people in Japan and US and South America, my students, and we will do like a couple of times in the week some chat sessions where they could ask questions. And this is not the end. I'm still talking about how innovation happened, because innovation happens through need, I think, when some people need it, and technology is there. Technology, you know all about technology. Even in 1997, I was approached by a university from Sweden, and they said, why can't you teach us Ayurveda to our students in the university? So I did the first Ayurvedic video lecture. That was through a bridge. I went to the VSNL studios in New Delhi. Very big equipment was there, and the students were sitting in Sweden and they were also sitting in Tanzania, two different countries. And I gave the first Ayurvedic video lecture to these people. So that is again how the Ayurveda knowledge was propagated through so-called technology. And after this, another interesting thing happened. I'm just walking you through the innovations I did with Ayurveda and technology together. This was early 2000, like I think 2001 or 2. We realized that India was getting into mobiles. So I was thinking, how can I help the Indian people who are living in remote villages, who have no internet? International people were doing consultations through internet, but in India there was no internet, but somehow the mobile was becoming very popular. So in those years, 2001, we were actually chosen by MIT from US and the Ministry of Information. There was a project called Media Asia,
Media Asia.
Yeah, Media Lab Asia. And we were one of the partners for doing this project, which was called Teledoc. The model was like very similar to Domino's Pizza. So like a home delivery. So what we did is we actually trained some health workers, as you can see in this picture, this guy with the yellow cap. We also designed the dress and everything, and they had a scooter which looked like not Domino's, but we call it Teledoc scooter. And this guy will go into a village and take the history. We created on Nokia, for which got our information, Nokia 6600, or which phone was that? That came the first 6200, I think. We created a Java application where this person will go into the village, take the history of the patient, and that will be transferred to our main center, and our doctor on the computer will again analyze what is the problem and diagnose, and we will make a packet, and next day the same guy will go and deliver in the village. So home delivery, And this project was called TeleDoc, and in 2003 we won the United Nations Award. 136 countries were participating, including the top technological countries, and you should be proud that India won the first prize. This was TeleDoc project we were awarded in Geneva. But as many people were talking this morning that a lot of pilot projects, they just remain pilots, they never take off. So this was a big challenge for me. I'm talking about my innovations through Ayurveda, and that is when I was thinking, how can I make it, scalable? How can I bring it to more and more masses? So one thing in India or anywhere in the world in telemedicine, which is still a problem, is that a lot of people still want to see the doctor physically. Who is the doctor and how the doctor speaks. So that's why I decided that there is a television which everybody watches TV in India. So I thought of making a TV show in 2006, and that was my first TV show where I was talking about Ayurveda, and I just flashed one number that if you have any problem, call this number. So the TV show looks like this. If you see it, you can still watch it on some TV channels. So that is the start of the journey where people started calling. I was the only doctor, and in the initial stage I had only 2 doctors. And I think the first day I received about 50 calls. But I was very inspired that people were calling. The TV show looks like a talk show. We talk about, say, diabetes or some disease. We explain from Ayurvedic perspective. We tell them home remedies, and people are calling for their problems. So the TV show became popular every day, day by day by day by day. And today we receive 6,000 calls every day. And I have to keep hiring 15 doctors every month. It is growing. It is growing in a huge proportion. Why it is growing? Because the people have developed confidence in the doctor. They see me every day, and then I say I have a team of doctors. There are other doctors also, and that's how we actually have grown into this. Now, why I am here? You must be wondering what I am doing here. What is my purpose here? My purpose here is to. I am first time in such a conference. Usually I go to like Ayurvedic conferences and other things. My purpose here is to find partners now, like Dr. Iyer, Anand Iyer, and Nokia or BlackBerry, because we have outreach. Amazing number of people are contacting us every day, and it's increasing. And now we need technological peoples to come and collaborate and partner so that we can actually make it more technological or more effective. Even right now, the people who contact us, we are getting about 70% successful results. We have a huge database collection. We have created a knowledge bank which is called Saraswati. We have created a big server which is called Dhanvantri, which also has all the data is recorded, everything is recorded. So in future this will be used for Ayurvedic research also, because in Ayurveda, a lot of time people say that Ayurveda is not properly researched. That's how people think Ayurveda is. But actually this is another subject. There's a lot of research in Ayurveda which is not being understood by the modern scientific world. So this is how our telecenter looks like. We actually purposefully made it like a mud, we have mud walls, bamboos and neem wood, and the computer is right on the top, and the doctors are talking, like you can see there are some doctors in the picture. So this Ayurvedic telecenter, and we keep creating new things, of course from Ayurvedic knowledge bank, but we are now looking to start into different technological things which we have already started. We have started video clinics now. We have the first one in Nepal is already working. So we have now we are working only through Skype. So there is a computer there is a computer on this side, and we are just video conferencing. So now first time the patient are able to see the doctor. Until now they were talking only on the phone. We have also created now international desks, because I have been traveling all over the world for last 17 years, about 50 countries. I have a lot of good connections in many countries. So now we are creating like Poland desk, French desk, and Japanese desk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just appoint doctors who will just do consultation to Japan, to Poland, to, and we'll have translations on the other side. The translators will be, there will be like a three-way consultation. Translator, the patient, and the doctor in India. And we'll try to also ship the medicines if wherever it is regulated or wherever it is possible. Otherwise, we'll work with the home remedies, lifestyle consultations, and exercise, breathing, yoga. A lot of things can be just advised. Because these days, a lot of people suffer all over the world due to lifestyle, mental stress, and wrong eating habits. So even if we can fix these things, we can do a lot. And kitchen pharmacy is another new thing we are actually trying to develop now, some applications also. We are very much open to work with the companies to create some applications on phone like iPhone or Nokia or BlackBerry. These can be. And one thing we are doing which is more innovative for the Ayurvedic practitioners, and we are trying to standardize the Ayurvedic practice. Right now, Ayurveda is very customized, personalized, but like say we have 1,000 diabetic patients which we have treated. So we're trying to see what was the pattern, why this person got better, what medicine did we give, and we're trying to make some standard pattern for that, which can be then used by other Ayurvedic practitioners in their practice, so that we can create a healthy and happy world out there. So this is my little story. We are still, I think, somewhere in the halfway, but we're going to grow more with now the collaboration of all the technological people who are out here, and I'll be very happy to work with anybody. We're open to any kind of collaborations and work, because our ultimate goal is to bring Ayurveda into every home. That's my dream. I always see this dream, and it's not necessarily medicines. It could be just a wrong food combination which you're eating, which is the cause of your diabetes, for example. In Ayurveda, there is so much knowledge about it. People have hyperacidity and they drink chai 3 times a day. In Ayurveda, we call this as misuse of intelligence. We are all intelligent people, but when it comes to our own system, we don't use it. We use it for our car, for our mobile, for our laptop, but not for ourselves. I'll end with the final example. I always give this example. If you have a bicycle and the tire is punctured, suppose you see a neighbor having a bicycle, tire is punctured, and he's filling air every day by pump, going to office. In the evening he fills again, comes back home, and he's doing it for 5 years. So what do you call this guy? You say this guy is crazy. Why don't you fix the tire? But a lot of us are doing is, every morning 1 tablet for blood pressure, 1 tablet for cholesterol, 1 tablet for diabetes. We never even stop and think. We don't have 1 minute to think. Why do I have high blood pressure? Why do I have diabetes? Ayurveda has these answers, wonderful answers, wonderful, not only answers, wonderful solutions we have. So please try to integrate Ayurveda into your life, and let's together help this world and make this world more healthier and happier. Thank you very much.